Hey everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world watching today. Hey, thanks a lot for tuning in. So, this is the property of the week for Saturday, October 21st. Now, you may recognize this property. It's parcel number 5109. This actually went under contract late in September, but for personal reasons, the buyer who went under contract with earnest money in place wasn't able to come through and actually close on the deal. So this is coming back on the market. But since the seller really needs a portion of these funds in order to take advantage of another investment, he's decided to drop the price yet again to make it even more attractive to someone. Now, the new price and terms are highlighted in your screen in red. And just let me remind you, this is a full acre, guys, a full acre of waterfront. I'll give you all the details here in case this is the first time you're seeing this video. But $90,000 for a full acre, down payment of $45,000, the balance at 10% for 5 years, and your monthly payment is only $956. Now, you can start to build at closing, so you don't need to pay off the property before you start to build. You can keep the mortgage in place for the entire 5 years, or you can pay it off sooner. Completely up to you. Some of the details on it is 105 feet of beachfront, 105 feet of waterfront by 414 feet deep. So it's a nice deep lot. It is sort of northwest facing, so kind of up in this direction here. The lot is lengthwise, just at about 110, 120 degree angle as we're looking at a compass. You do have direct access to the Caribbean Sea and to Ambergris Bay, or the secret beach side of the island, from these waters here. So if you kept your boat at your front door, you could easily make it out to the reef for snorkeling, diving, fishing, or you can take it out to the other side of the island, to the west side, and enjoy the beautiful sunsets and flats fishing and all the good things over there on that side of the island. There are no HOA fees in this subdivision, no prepayment penalties on the loan, and your property taxes are $125 a year. Now, this entire area where you see all of these lots have been titled. This was a government subdivision, so the government of Belize subdivided this particular portion of land, and all of these little squares you see have been issued land certificate titles. Right now, this area is not developed. It's in its raw native state, and none of these roads are currently in. But this area will have road access coming in from the Grand Caribe area. So along the lower right-hand part of your screen, right where my cursor is, you see Acre Resort. So as you drive north from San Pedro town, Acre is about a mile north of the bridge. You'll be able to take a left, and this property, all these properties here, will eventually have road access. I imagine it's going to work out similar to those of you who have been following Ambergris Caye for a while, the same way San Mateo did. San Mateo was an older subdivision, and gradually over time, roads were added, access to the lots were provided. And the good thing about this lot is it's very close. So just bump over this lagoon here, and then this lot is just located right here. And out of all the lots, oftentimes it's the waterfront lots that get road access first, because those tend to be the most valuable, and people that own those lots normally band together and do something in order to get the roads put in so they can access their properties. Whereas sometimes the interior lots, not as valuable. The people buying them aren't as concerned with getting road access, soon, so they might have to wait a little longer. But certainly, any of these waterfronts are going to have access sooner rather than later. What else can I tell you about the area? If you're still with me and you're still interested, then what I will do is I'll show you my Google Earth overlay map as well, because I think this is helpful just to give you a little bit more information as far as where it's located. So here is my Google Earth. San Pedro town is located right here. So this very, very small part of the island is San Pedro. The airstrip is right here. Just to give you some points of references, Mahogany Bay Village is down here. The southern tip of the island is here. And as you are in San Pedro and drive north, you cross over a little bridge, which is here, continue going, and then this lot is located right there, parcel number 5109. Now, how do you get to the reef from this lot? Easy. You take your boat, you drive around, come through here, through this little river, and you're out to the reef. Very, very close. These waters are very nice, clear, protected. It's a really good spot to have a boat. If you want to go to the secret beach part of the island, easy. Take your boat, go down around here, right through here. This is Turtle Island Resort, Cayo Espanto. You just then come up the west side of the island, and then Secret Beach is all right here. If you want to go to the sandbars, there's a nice sandbar here off the coast of Cayo Rosario, and a beautiful sandbar right here off this island here. I think it's called French Key, and then this island here. So great place to hang out and spend the afternoon drinking a few beers, playing around in the water, listening to some good reggae music, and just having a good time. All right, so there you go. What else can I tell you about this property? Yes, of course. The one more thing I need to mention, because I always try to give you the pros and cons of each of the properties that I highlight, that this property does need some fill, as almost 99% of these lots in this area do. So it would be my estimate that to completely fill this 1 acre and raise it up quite a bit, it's looking at about probably $30,000. You don't have to fill the entire property before you start to build. In fact, if you're just going to build in the front portion, maybe the first 100 feet or 125 feet, you can fill that for now, worry about the remaining 300 feet or so at a later date. It's not a big deal. But I'm looking at, probably once you have road access, the fill can be brought in for the quarries. If you want to build now, just having boat access, you can do that as well. They'll just bring the fill right from the front side. Sometimes they can get the fill right from the waters in front, so they can just pump the sand. They can go down and see how much sand is there, or dredge some sand, throw the sand down. That can be used as fill, or they can also just bring some fill in by barge or by boat. So both ways are totally acceptable. So there you go. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, let me know. The seller really does want to move this property. In fact, Steph and I are kind of looking at it ourselves to see if we want to add it to our portfolio. But we're going to give it for a few days on our YouTube site to see if one of our clients would like it. But this would be a good holdings for us as well. Great location, up and coming area. I can see us buying this, holding it for the next 3 to 5 years, putting it back on the market with seller financing. I think it'd be a really, really good purchase for ourselves and for one of our clients if you're watching this today. All right, thanks a lot, guys. Have a great Saturday, a good weekend with your friends, family, and loved ones. Hope to see you in Belize real soon. And if you're interested in this property, please email me and put this in the subject line, parcel number 5109 Lagoon, and then I'll recognize that. I'll be able to get back to you right away. And yeah, all right, thanks a lot. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon.